Hey, good morning, and welcome to the Domino Effect. All right, today we're talking about how you can get gas cards, right? How you're going to be able to get gas cards. And in today in particular, we're going to be talking about Shell and then maybe touching on a few others, but how you can get this without a personal guarantee, without a personal credit check, and that is without having to pay, upfront or any upfront costs. Okay. So gas cards are really essential to your business, guys. And first off, I just want to say thank you for coming in. Thank you for being here and showing your support. The whole point of this channel is to be able to provide you with the tools and the resources so that you can get financing for your business so you can grow, right? So if you're in the transportation industry, you could be spending probably six, seven, $800, maybe even $1,000, right, guys, for fuel, for repair, for maintenance. You name it, right? So you could be spending that. And if you have a fleet of vehicles, then it's really important that you take advantage of these fuel cards because, like I said, they can pay for the fuel, they can pay for the fleet, the repair, they can pay for the maintenance. Okay. So, but even if you're a business owner, okay, even like myself, or even a lot of the businesses that we work with, even if you're not in the transportation space, right? But if you're using a vehicle and to take clients or move from location to location, then business credit alone can pay for the financing of that actual vehicle. So you're not having to put that on your personal, right? You want to invest your PG when you need it. You don't want to be using it if you can avoid it, essentially. So you can use this and use business credit to get the financing for your vehicle. You can also use it to get gas cards that have go up to like $10,000. Okay. For example, Shell, right? And like I said, this pays for your fuel, for your maintenance. But you have to have a few things in place first because you got to be careful. Because if you go the normal route that a lot of people go, then you're typically going to end up, they're going to ask you probably for like a $500 deposit, or they might even just require you to sign up with your personal guarantee, right? Or even if they might require a personal credit check, in which case you may get a way lower limit. So, how are you going to avoid all of these things, right, guys? That's exactly why you're here and why we talk about this so that you can get ahead of it, right? You need to make sure, and this is a very, very, very first step, make sure that you have everything set up so it's credible. All right. Remember, you have to be looking like a credible business to make yourself attractive to the lenders and investors. So if you want to have accounts that have no personal credit check, no personal guarantee, and then you need to be doing these steps, right? Where you're not having to pay a deposit, then this is what the steps that you need to take. So you need to make sure that everything is separate, right? And set up to where it's credible, fundable, and credible. So you need to have a EIN. You need to have everything registered with the Secretary of State, business address, business phone number, website. I know a lot of people are kind of stuck and used to their website. Listen, if you don't have a professional website, I can tell you from experience and from our underwriters and lender perspective, they're looking at your website. They want to see if you have a professional presence, especially now in 2024. So if you have a landing page that's just a scheduling page, I highly suggest you get with somebody that can help you develop a website. And honestly, where do people look now? They go to your website, they go to your social media. So make sure that you have all of that set up because even the banks and the credit issuers are looking at it. And guys, if you do this correctly and where everything is set up congruent and it's matching across the board, right? Secretary of State, IRS, then when you go in to fill out the application, then you're already set up, right? You're already set up to start applying, and then you're able to get yourself these $10,000 gas cards. So with today's lesson, we're going to give you three, right? Three gas cards from one company that you can look at. And it's the Shell Fleet Plus, it's the Shell Fleet Navigator, and it's the Shell Small Business. Okay. All of these three you can get without a personal guarantee and without a personal credit check. But there is a very important lesson here, guys. When you are applying for any business credit card, you they might throw out multiple options for you, right? So some of these options, make sure you're reading through each one because some of the options that they do throw out at you will have a personal guarantee. So, but in this case, what we're talking about are these three. Those are the three accounts for Shell that you want to look at because you can get these with only your EIN. Now, with these cards, there's two different things. Okay, there's one that you don't want. All right, you do not want to sign up with the one that says you need to give your personal guarantee. You need to put down a $500 deposit. Maybe you've even run into this before if you've already tried to apply with Shell and you're like, why are they asking me for this $500 deposit? That's because something isn't set up on the foundational piece, okay? This is what happens when you don't have everything set up on your reports, right? Your business credit reports before you apply. Okay? So what you want to do is you want to have about 5 to 8 accounts reporting on your business credit reports, okay? 5 to 8 accounts reporting, okay? That's to DMB, to Equifax, to Experian. If you do this, then they will not ask you for a personal credit check, personal guarantee, or a deposit. So if you do go and apply and you're getting that response, then just know that you may not have enough straight lines on your accounts, okay? You may not have enough reporting on your accounts, or the vendors that you do have are not reporting to your accounts, or the business is not set up credibly, just like I advise. But if you do these things, guys, you set your business up to where it's fundable, you have your accounts reporting on your business credit reports, then you will get one of these 3 cards, okay? You will get approved. Now, how do you get up to the $10,000 approval, right? Okay, well, here's what you need to know. So you're going to get the $10,000 approval if you have previous accounts on your reports that have other limits as well. So if you're going to get other reports like starter vendor accounts that we talk about, and if you need like a little refresher, just go back and check our YouTube channel or our blog on dominofxgroup.com/blog. So go back in there and look at the tier 1s. But for example, if you're starting out with a tier 1 account like Granger, for example, and you're only going to spend like $20, $30, $40, $50, then your next approvals are not going to be as high. But if you're getting business credit, and this is crucial, guys, if you're getting business credit that you're really going to use to grow your business and you're using that credit, right? Credit issuers, they're seeing that you're spending like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. The next approvals that you're going to get, they're actually going to be $5,000, $10,000 or higher, okay? So the secret here is you need to, when you're getting business credit accounts, make sure that you're getting ones that you will actually be utilizing, right? That's the smart way to do it. You don't want to get stuff that you're not going to use. What's the point of that? So you get this stuff that you're going to be utilizing, the expenses that you're currently utilizing. You want to use that credit. You want to show the lenders, you want to show the credit issuers and the future issuers that you will use the credit that you get. And what that will do for them is they'll able to see it and they'll issue you, exponentially higher approvals as a result of that. So if you've done these things, guys, if you're already set up and you're good to go, then go and apply, right? You can go find one of the 3 accounts that I mentioned at Shell, take in all of the info that we just went through. They're going to ask you for your basic info. They're going to ask you for your EIN, your entity setup, your website, your business address, all of that info that they're going to ask you on the application, okay? So it literally is going to take about 60 seconds, right, for you to fill it out. Then after you fill it out, it's another 60 seconds. So what are they going to do? They're going to pull up your business credit reports. If you meet the requirements that we outlined today in this training that you should meet, then you're going to get approved. You're going to get approved without the guarantee, without the personal credit check, and without having to put the deposit down. All right. So if that sounds good to you, then, then absolutely get started. And then if you need some help, make sure you're reaching out to one of our business funding advisors and scheduling your session so we can walk you through it, right? So the next thing that you need to know about these fleet cards is they are underwritten by the same banks, okay? So make sure you're paying your bills on time, right? And then also know once you get that card that you can start applying to places like, Pilot Flying J, Chevron, Sunoco, but do not apply for a bunch of them within a short period of time. Give it like a 1 week span, right? So if you apply for one, wait a week, apply for another, right? You don't want to be applying for multiple at the same time. Otherwise, they're going to think it's fraud and they're basically going to shut down the one that you got. All right. So you don't want that. So make sure you're going to leave this gap when you're applying. All right. So that you can avoid having to use your personal guarantee. So what are the things that you need to do? Well, you need to make sure that you're set up to where you're credible. You need to make sure that you're getting these initial accounts, the 5 to 8 accounts that are going to report on your business credit reports. You need to make sure you're pulling and checking your business reports to verify everything is the same. And then you take that 60 seconds to get in there and apply. All right, guys. So thank you so much for coming into this training. If you want more access to business funding and business credit building, then make sure that you click the link, all right, in the description. You grab our step-by-step guide on how to build business credit. Okay, this is for you. You're subscribing to our weekly newsletter, The Domino Effect, where we're talking about female founders. We're talking about resources to help you access and tools to help you access capital. And then providing, if you join our growing community of startup founders and small businesses, we're going to give you all of the latest advice and insights and events and everything straight to your inbox. Keep you up to date with all of the latest news with the Domino Effect and the community. So thank you guys for being here. If you got value from this training, then make sure that you like and subscribe, okay? And keep your eye out for the next training where we're going to talk about more cool ways for you to get the money that you need to start and grow your business and access that capital that's going to take you to the next level.